A ruthless, power-obsessed HOA president named Karen Whitfield sets her sights on evicting an old-school rancher from the very 40-acre spread his family has worked since 1952. She's already dreaming of the fines piling up, the forced notices, the quick sale to developers circling like vultures for those valuable mineral rights underneath. She clutches her clipboard like a weapon, her bleached blonde hair unmoving in the Texas wind, drowning the honest smells of cattle, hay, and sage with her overpowering vanilla perfume that could drop mosquitoes from 50 yards out. She has no clue who she's targeting. This quiet rancher, Garrett Stone, spent the last 15 years in Washington, D.C., as a senior policy advisor at HUD, drafting and shaping the major federal regulations that govern homeowners associations across the entire country. The very rules she twists, hides behind, and weaponizes every day. He helped write them. What starts as a petty violation notice about agricultural nuisances threatening property values quickly escalates in a full-blown war. Karen, fresh from Dallas and newly crowned HOA president of the flashy Whispering Oaks estates sprouting up next door, unleashes a barrage. Fake cease and desist letters from her kitchen table legal services, doctored survey maps showing imaginary encroachment, endless inspections from code enforcement. Her cousin Dale, environmental probes, livestock disease checks, all time to drown him in fees, paperwork, and headaches until surrender looks easier than fighting. Garrett laughs it off at first, figuring it's just a city transplant misunderstanding small-town Texas. He offers sweet tea and conversation. Mistake. She shows up with cameras, photographs his manure pile like it's a crime scene, labels Grandpa's 1974 tractor and faithful old barn as structural eyesores. Then comes the sham emergency hearing at the country club. Him in a lone folding chair facing a long mahogany table of board members like inquisitors. Karen in her navy blazer running a PowerPoint titled Agricultural Operations Impact on Community Standards. Chickens become disease vectors. The manure pile, a biological hazard zone. He stays calm, asks for the covenants she's enforcing. The room freezes when she stammers they can't share proprietary documents without side parties. That's when he slides his federal business card across the table. 15 years at HUD writing the regs. The board shifts uncomfortably. One kind-faced woman, Beverly Chun, starts questioning everything Karen's told them. Beverly becomes the first ally, smuggling out evidence that blows the lid off. The HOA was never legally incorporated, no proper state filings, no recorded covenants. It's been operating as an illegal entity from day one. Worse, the whole crusade isn't about standards, it's cash. Sunset Holdings, the developer behind the subdivision, has been feeding Karen intel and promising her $50,000 finder's fees plus premium lots if she forces the sale. She's embezzled over $127,000 from community funds to bankroll the harassment. Pool money diverted to fake investigators. Christmas party budgets rated for forged docs. Her McMansion, financed by the developer as a showcase. She's running a multi-county scam, targeting rural properties next to planned developments, manufacturing crises to steal generational land. Garrett goes on offense. Old HUD contacts trigger federal complaints. Fair Housing Act violations for discriminating against rural/agricultural lifestyles, real estate fraud to the Texas Commission, wire/mail fraud, and civil rights conspiracies to the FBI. Beverly records frantic board meetings where Karen's lies unravel. Resignations follow. The fake HOA dissolves itself. Karen panics. Media stunts with masked kids claiming his cattle are poisoning groundwater, backfiring when real neighbors defend him. Fake federal agents, actors and windbreakers with forged EPA orders try to evacuate his livestock until real feds, already watching, expose the impersonation. Vandalism caught on camera, false police reports about non-existent threats, attempts to plant evidence, all documented, all adding charges. The climax hits at her self-proclaimed victory town hall. She struts in celebrating her federal intervention, shows stage footage. Beverly stands up, explain the embezzlement. Garrett walks forward, explain the finder's fees and the 6 other families you've ruined. FBI agents rise from the crowd. Second arrest in days, this time federal. RICO, conspiracy, fraud, impersonation. Karen screams conspiracies as handcuffs click. The community erupts, shock, anger, then relief. Victims recover millions in forfeited assets. Sunset Holdings collapses under lost contracts and charges. Cedar Falls rebuilds legitimately. Beverly is honest president. Property values rise without the criminal shadow. 6 months later, Garrett sips strong coffee on the wraparound porch Grandpa built, watching sunrise gild the pastures. Cattle low peacefully. Meadowlarks sing. Sage scents the air. No developers, no clipboards, just legacy intact. He starts the Garrett Stone Community Defense Foundation. Free legal help for rural families facing similar scams, already saving dozens. New state laws strengthen protections against housing fraud sparked by this mess. Karen serves 15 to 20 years, plenty of time to reflect on picking the wrong fight. Bullies thrive when targets don't know their rights. Knowledge flips the script. Justice isn't loud, it's thorough, patient, and final. Welcome to HOA Stories, where we dive into the wildest, most satisfying HOA dramas, Reddit-inspired nightmares, epic Karen takedowns, and sweet revenge tales. Entitled neighbors, power-tripping boards, outrageous fines, savage comebacks. The kind of justice that hits like a Texas freight train. New videos every day, full of conflict, dark laughs, clever traps, and that rush when the tyrant finally falls. Subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss another entitled power play getting dismantled. Warning disclaimer: all stories are fictionalized for entertainment, inspired by real HOA themes and online madness. But characters, names, places, and events are invented. Any resemblance to real people or situations is pure coincidence. Drop your own HOA horror stories in the comments. We might turn the best ones into the next video. Knowledge is power. Stand your ground.